Hello, YouTube.
Portrait.
Some quick side comments on Godzilla 2014 because I went with my brother to watch it again. And he was pointing out, why didn't Elle just leave? Sure, she was a nurse and what have you, but why not leave? He didn't see the good idea that she sent Sam with her friend. Because he says, how does she know that they're all gonna come back or see each other ever again? So he's saying, when it comes to that kind of thing, when people might die, uh, you don't just send your kid off with your friend. Uh, let's see. Another thing he was pointing out is the atomic breath thing. How is it killed the Moto if all three of them eat nuclear radiation? Unless the nuclear radiation, if that's what Godzilla spits, is not nuclear radiation in a form that is consumable or something. I don't know. And then I guess he didn't understand the thing about the bomb. Like, why didn't they let it blow up? I just understood that it's too close to the city. So, anyways, yeah, but there was those few things. I think it was just those two things. But the big thing, and I thought about it for a second after you said it, and I'm like, oh yeah. You know what? That doesn't make sense. Why doesn't Elle leave? Why does she just send Sam off with her friend? So does she know they're gonna get back together? And sure, she was waiting for Ford, but they have cell phones. Why not just call Ford on the way and let him know that they've been evacuated and whatnot? That makes no sense. So yeah, there was that. That didn't make any sense. I don't know. What do you guys think? That was kinda. And actually, even the first time, I just didn't really think about it that much because I was focusing more on. Alright, let's see how alive Godzilla is in this movie. Let's see how realistic he is. Let's see how much breathing we hear. Let's see how much, we'll hear cries of pain like 98, Which they could have done. I mean, it is. The scream part is essentially. Come on, you guys admit it. It's 98. Um. So yeah. But this time I kind of focused a bit more on the story since everybody's seen it, and now we know how realistic it really is. And I did notice a few more things, but it's still the same thing. I mean, I guess at the end he does breathe when that lady's looking at him. That lady that goes out for a walk with her dog or whatever. And then after that, after he makes that last sound, it cuts to where Ford and Sam unite and stuff. But he's still not 98. You never hear, and I still wonder why not. I mean, you heard the Muto painting on the first Muto, so anyway. But anyway, what I was saying is, those story flaws. I did notice them the first time, but I wasn't really caring about them. I wasn't paying attention because I was focusing on Godzilla. When he works his mouth like 98 does after it turns its head and stuff. No, after Nick takes a picture. Stuff, you hear first your nostril breath hissing, and then you hear it work its mouth and breathe through its mouth. That kind of thing. Um, so yeah, but that's another flaw. Another flaw, which I got to thinking, because everybody keeps mentioning that Bryan Cranston was killed too soon. Is it Ryan or Brian? But anyways, point is, Cranston's gotten rid of too soon. You know what? That is true because the story thing, the summaries is on IMDb or whatever. All the summaries I've seen talks about reconciliation and blah blah blah. Well, you don't really get to see that much now, do you? I mean, the last thing Fordio says is "I'm sorry, Dad." But that's just like, he's just saying, "I'm sorry for thinking you're a cuckoo." That's not really saying, or at least, not thinking that you were being honest, or whatever, or you're not taking it as legit. So I'm just saying, wouldn't it be interesting to see how Ryan Cranston would react to Godzilla? Okay, that is interesting. But another thing I've thought of is, okay, so now, see, you have to see, I told you so. I'm bright. I told you, now there it is. So, okay, so he's seen what it was. Like, he's seen it. I don't know if he really ever saw it face to face, and Roger didn't tell me either. And we're supposed to have video described, but I don't know if I started the device too late or what happened. It didn't work. Anywho, but now what? So now you've seen the thing face to face. Now you know what it was that killed whatever his wife's name was. I forget his wife's name. Sandra. So now what do you do about it? What are you gonna do about it? So it would have been interesting to see what Ryan Cranston would have input into what do we do about it. Just to see what he thought about what should be done about it. So yeah, I guess they kind of got rid of him too soon. They could have, they could have had more to that story arc, and that would have kind of made more reconciliation. You got the "I'm sorry, Dad," thing. That's just, I'm sorry. I thought you were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but reconciliation would mean okay. Now that we see, now that I see it's legit. Let's see, fun and we'll work out. Okay, now we know this is true. Now we know what this is. What do we do about it? So yeah, that's that. Those are a few side observations I just realized, and then I just thought of. Then of course there's with my brother. Notice that he said, he kind of disagreed with how Elle just sends off Sam with her friend. Like, we don't even get what kind of nurse is she? Why can't is it she can't leave? Did she choose not to? We don't get built into that. Why not leave? All we can assume is assume that it's because she's waiting for Ford. But then you run into that question: what would Ford think of that? If she just went and sent Sam off with a friend? I don't know. See, if you get into that stuff, it gets weird. But that is true, though. What if they'd never come back? How do you know that it's not going to be the quote-unquote end of the world, so to speak? Weird. I don't know, but yeah, that's... Alright, so that's that. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you guys later. And, what do you guys think? I did find those things, especially that thing about Elle sending off Sam with her friend. Odd. If they were best friends, I mean, I kind of understood it, but then I realized, no, wait a minute, we didn't get any build into it. Why can't she leave? Other than the fact that suppose she's waiting for Ford. But then I realized, wait just a minute, there's cell phone. She can call Ford on the way and tell him they've been evacuated and tell him where she's gonna be. So even that doesn't fly. Alright. Anyways, talk to you guys later then. Bye bye.
Button. 10, 15. Button.